Yo, I'm down there at Hoskins Creek Bridge down here in Tappahannock. Man, it is dead birds everywhere out here. Look at this. These jokers is bleeding from the mouth. There's blood everywhere. Man, what is y'all trying to do to us around here? Look at this. What y'all trying to do to us? This crazy black bird, look. Dead everywhere. Yo, I'm down there at Hoskins Creek Bridge down here in Tappahannock. Man, it is dead birds everywhere out here. Look at this. These jokers is bleeding from the mouth. There's blood everywhere. Man, what is y'all trying to do to us around here? Look at this. What y'all trying to do to us? This crazy black bird, look. Dead everywhere.
Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rekakadash, and double honors and respect to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth, as well as much respect and honors to the brothers that are pushing this truth in sincerity across the four winds of this earth and risking their lives and freedom to do so. I would also like to give much honors and respect to the brothers and sisters that are of the hopeful elect that are doing their very best to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High to the best of their abilities. Shalom. As you saw in this short video that I just shared with you, you had this Jake, and he had just pointed out that there was a bunch of birds that were unalive, and they were just lying around in the street. And you see the video, there's just a bunch of birds, that had been unalive, and he had pointed out to a couple of the birds that were, laying around, that were laying there unalive. Some of them had blood coming out of their mouth. Okay. And see, when you see videos like this right here, this just goes to show you that the earth is in desperate need of new management, and that the earth is out of course because you got the wicked that's bearing rule, and that wicked is Esau Edom. And what these devils are doing is they're ruling in wickedness, and they have everything defiled over here. Okay. They have the whole earth in a weakened and morning state because they're defiling everything. Here it is. I can remember this past summer in my neighborhood, there's like a pond that's in my neighborhood. And that pond, I can remember I was walking past that pond. This was during the summertime. And here it is. There was hundreds, of fish that were just floating up that were unalive in that pond. Okay. And what I will try to do is, I believe I took a video of that. I will try to share that video at the end of this lesson. But again, it just shows you that everything is defiled over here and everything is out of course. Everything is out of order because you got these devils, they're ruling in wickedness. Okay. Esau has everything defiled over here. This devil, he's defiling the air, by spraying his chemtrails in the air, which is affecting the people in terms of health. It's causing people to become in a weakened and an ill state. It's causing people to become unalive. It's also affecting the wildlife as well, too. These chemtrails that these devils are spraying in the air. Also, too, these devils they got these 5G towers. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe they're now talking about upgrading them to 6G. Those 5G towers, they're emitting off radiation. That's causing also harm to people. That's causing people to become ill and in a weakened state. It's also affecting the wildlife as well, too. Okay. These devils, here it is, they put all types of forever chemicals and things like that into the water that's causing people to become ill and in a weakened state and causing people to perish. It's also affecting the wildlife as well, too. Okay, these devils, they pollute the land, they spill all types of toxins and things like that onto the land and whatnot. Okay, that's affecting the wildlife as well as the people. Esau is a base man, and this devil, he's ruling in wickedness. He's unfit to rule. And this is why you're seeing videos like this right here, to where you're having a bunch of birds that are unalive in the street and whatnot. Okay. But again, the earth is in desperate need of new management because you got these devils and they're ruling in wickedness and they have everything defiled. Okay. The earth is in a weakened and morning state. And this right here is a clear indicator that the earth is in a weakened and morning state. When you see a bunch of birds, that are unalive, lying around in the street with blood coming out of their mouth. Okay. And so, I saw this a short video, and I just thought that I would bring out a quick lesson. Also, too, these devils. Here it is. They're in the lab right now. Creating pesticides. Okay, putting them out here to try to cause the people to become ill and in a weakened state and whatnot. Okay, and see, here it is. It's just come out, and I got to be very careful with some of the words that I say. But here it is. These devils. They're talking about that. That C is back on the rise. That C to the 1 or to the 9 is back on the rise. Also, to some other pesticides that are on the rise too as well. And it's just these devils. They're getting into the labs. Okay, trying to put pesticides out here. Creating pesticides and trying to put them out here to try to cause the people to become ill and in a weakened state, trying to cause people to fall, because that's how this devil Esau gets down. Okay, these devils, they don't sleep unless they're causing someone to fall, okay, or unless they're doing some type of wickedness. But, again, I saw this short video, and I just thought that I would bring out a quick lesson because, again, it's a clear indicator that the earth is in desperate need of new management. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to bring out a few scriptures, and then we will end the lesson. Okay, the first scripture I want to go to is in the book of Wisdom of Solomon. This is chapter 14, and this is verse 9. And it reads, "For the ungodly and his ungodliness are both alike hateful unto the Most High." Because Esau, he's ungodly, and the Most High hates this devil. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 14, verse 10. It says, "For that which is made shall be punished together with him that made it." Okay, and again, the Lord Yahweh hates this devil Esau because, again, Esau, he's ungodly. Just look at what Esau is doing to the earth. This devil, he's literally destroying the entire earth. Here it is, this devil Esau. He's destroying the people because he's defiling everything. The people are in a sick and weakened state because of Esau. The people are in a weakened and mourning state because of this devil. You have the wildlife, the sea life, the plant life is in a weakened and mourning state because of Esau, ruling in wickedness. This devil, he's defiling everything. He's polluting everything from the air that we have to breathe. Okay, this devil, he's polluting the water, okay, by dumping all types of trash, oil, forever chemicals into the water, which is affecting the people as well as the wildlife, the plant life, the sea life. Okay, he dumps all type of trash and waste and things like that and harmful toxins on the land. Okay, that's also affecting the wildlife, as well as the sea life, the plant life. Again, the entire earth is in a weakened and mourning state because of these devils. Here it is. You have animals now that are on the endangered extinction list because of this devil Esau, unaliving them and whatnot, polluting the earth and whatnot, which is causing a lot of these different animals to whatnot to become, on the endangered extinction list, It says, "For that which is made shall be punished together with him that made it." Okay, and see, here it is. With that being said, America is on life support. Okay, and that plug is soon about to be pulled. Here it is. You have all these other nations. They're threatening war with America right now as we speak. And very soon, the Lord Yahweh is going to put the spirit on these other nations to fire their thermonuclear missiles over here on America and to destroy this place, which is going to destroy America as well as all these wicked people over here. The 2/3 of our people, they're going to fall over here in Babylon because you have 2/3 of our people, they're following in behind this devil. 2/3 of our people, they have taken on the ways of this devil. And so therefore, 2/3 of our people, they're going to continue to meet the judgments of the Lord Yahweh. They're going to receive the same harsh judgments, as these Edomites and the rest of these heathens over here. And again, that ultimate judgment that's going to come to America is going to come by way of thermonuclear missiles, which is going to annihilate this place and all of these wicked people over here. Okay, I want to go to the book of Isaiah, and this is chapter 24, and this is verse 4 that I want to start in. And it reads, "The earth mourned and faded away. The world languisheth and faded away. The haughty people of the earth do languish." And see, the world is currently in a weakened state because of Esau, Edom, starting with these elite bankers, that are currently in rulership. This devil, he's ruling in wickedness. He's doing everything against the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. Okay, the people are in a weakened state because of these devils. Okay, here it is. This devil, he's in the lab right now, okay, trying to come up with more pesticides to put them out here to try to cause people to fall and whatnot, to try to cause people to be in a sick and weakened state. This devil, he's polluting everything, as I had mentioned earlier, from the air, to the food. Okay, he's polluting the land. He's polluting the water. Okay, which is also affecting the wildlife. Okay, as well as the sea life and the plant life. Okay, the wildlife, the sea life, the plant life is all in a weakened and mourning state because of this devil Esau. Okay, you know, the entire earth is in a weakened and mourning state because, this devil Esau, he's currently in the power seat and he's unfit to rule. Isaiah chapter 24 and verse 4 again, it says, the earth mourned and faded away. The world languished and faded away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. Okay, it says the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. And the everlasting covenant is this word. And again, this devil Esau, he does everything against the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. This devil Esau, what he does is he pollutes and he destroys lands, okay, as well as waters, okay, which is affecting the people. It's also affecting the wildlife, the sea life, the plant life. Again, this devil, he's unfit to rule, okay? Esau has to go. And again, he doesn't have much longer in the power seat. His kingdom is literally falling right before our eyes. And it's going to fall very soon, Lord willing. Okay, this is Proverbs, and this is chapter 12, and this is verse 10. And it reads, a righteous man regardeth the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. And Esau, he's cruel. Okay, he doesn't regard the life of the beast. Okay, here it is. What this devil he'll do is he'll take animals out of their natural habitats. He'll lock them up in cages, which is what you would call zoos. Okay, and here it is. This devil, what he'll also do is he'll use a lot of these animals, okay, as lab experiments, for various bioweapons and whatnot by by using these animals as test subjects for these these different bioweapons and whatnot. Okay. Here it is. It came out not so long ago that Keebler elf, okay, y'all know who I'm talking about, old Frauchi. I'll just say it like that. Okay, here it is. He got caught, okay, using some beagle puppies, okay, as lab experiments. He unalived a bunch of beagle puppies, using them in lab experiments. And see, here it is, these devils, they, like I say, they got a great and terrible judgment coming to them because, they're rooting in wickedness. Here it is, Esau, he destroys, the wildlife's natural habitats, as I had mentioned earlier. He's dumping waste, okay, and polluting the land, that, these, wildlife animals have to dwell in. This devil, he dumps waste and harmful chemicals and things like that into the water, okay, which is causing the wildlife as well as the plant life and the sea life to perish. And see, here it is, this devil, he'll do even some foul and disgusting things with animals. He'll lay with animals. This devil, like I say, he's disgusting as hell. He's foul and disgusting as hell. And see, here it is, Job mentioned that he wouldn't let these devils near his dogs because, Esau, will do some foul and disgusting things with animals. I look forward to the day that this devil is done away with because this devil, he's ruling in wickedness and he's unfit to rule. Okay, this is Habakkuk, and this is chapter 2, and I want to start in verse 2. And it reads, and the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. Verse 3, it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. And see, that vision is talking about the vision that the prophets were receiving back then that was set for an appointed time. And now it's that appointed time. And the end is talking about the end of Esau Edom's rulership, because the visions were of Esau Edom coming into power and being taken out of power. And while in the midst of Esau being in power, he will be doing certain things, okay, such as defiling everything from the food to the air to the water. Okay, he will be causing people to be in a sick and weakened state. He will be causing people to perish at an alarming rate. This devil, he will be causing the wildlife, the sea life, the plant life to be in a sick and weakened state and perish at an alarming rate. Okay, this devil, he will be pushing out all types of wicked philosophies and whatnot that are contrary to the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. Esau will be oppressing the people, okay, mainly our people who are the children of Israel. Again, who are you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and those that are other speckled bird that look like these other nations. But you go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob on your father's side. Okay, this devil, he would be in the lab, okay, coming up with all types of pestilences and whatnot, and putting them out here, to try to cause the people to get sick and perish and whatnot. This devil, he will be trying to keep the people's lives short. And these things are actually happening right now. They're happening right now in real time as we speak. Verse 3 again, it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. And see, these prophecies, they're popping off the pages and they're happening in real time as we speak. Again, you have World War III is building up. Okay, you're having all these other nations, they're threatening war with America right now as we speak. That MO to the T to the B is here. Very soon, these devils, they're going to come down with great wrath and they're going to try to force people to get that MO to the T to the B. And if you get that MO to the T to the B, Israel, the Most High Yahweh Shem Shai is going to destroy you. Because the Most High Yahweh Shem Shai told us to stay clear that MO to the T to the B. But again, these prophecies, they're popping off the pages and they're happening in real time as we speak. Here it is, the economy over here in Babylon the Great is collapsing, okay? This devil's rulership is literally falling right before our eyes. And it's going to fall very soon, Lord willing. Verse 4, it says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Okay, and see this devil Esau, he's the wicked and his soul is not upright in him. You know, that's why this devil, he brings nothing but confusion, disease, death, and destruction wherever he goes. Okay, this devil, he defiles everything. Okay, everywhere this devil goes, he defiles the lands, he pollutes the waters. Okay, his soul is not upright in him. Okay, here it is. I mean, you know, this devil, again, he brings nothing but confusion, disease, death, and destruction. Okay, this is why you're seeing videos like what I shared with you in the beginning of this lesson. Okay, to where you're having birds, they're just, you know, just dropping, okay, you know, just unalive. Or it was a bunch of birds in that video, just unalive, just lying out, you know, lying around in the street, unalive. You know, that's because you got a wicked ruler that's currently in the power seat. It says, behold, verse 4 again, it says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Okay, and see, the just is talking about the hope for the elect, because we live by faith. We have faith that the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai is going to continue to provide that hedge of protection over us. We have faith that the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai is going to destroy this wicked queen of Esau's. And we have faith that the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai is going to deliver us from the hands of our enemies. Okay, this is Proverbs, and this is chapter 4, and this is verse 16. And it reads, for they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away, unless they cause some to fall. Verse 17, it says, for they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. And that's how this devil Esau gets down, okay? These devils, they don't sleep unless they're doing some type of wickedness or unless they're trying to cause some to fall, you know? Again, you know, that's why this devil, you know, Esau, he brings nothing but confusion, disease, death, and destruction wherever he goes. They don't sleep unless they're doing some type of wickedness, you know. And see, here it is, you know, these devils, you know, they stole America through wickedness and violence. Here it is, this devil Esau, he just took over Venezuela, okay, through violence. Because here it is, these devils, they want the resources that's over there in Venezuela. They want the oil reserves and the other resources that are over there, you know. This devil, this is what he does. Okay, he goes into other people's lands. Okay, he starts wars with other people, go into the lands, take over their lands, blow them up. Okay, and then here it is, you know, he'll take over the lands. He'll set up puppet governments and whatnot, you know, and whatnot. Okay, and try to and control all of the resources over there, basically robbing the people of their resources. And then here it is, he tries to tell the people how to live. Okay, that's how this devil gets down. He rules in wickedness. Okay, they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. But, you know, this devil, he has a great and terrible judgment coming to him very soon. Esau is going to have to pay for all of the crimes that he's done. These devils, they don't have much longer in the power seat. They're getting ready to fall very soon, Lord willing. Okay, I want to end off here in the book of Isaiah, and this is chapter 14, and I want to start in verse 4. And it reads, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. Okay, you see, Babylon is talking about America. And you have Esau, he's the oppressor. And this devil, he's going to be brought low. Okay? His rulership, his dominion is going to be stripped away from him. Verse 5, it says, the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. Okay, and see, these Edomites, starting with these elite bankers, they're going to be brought low and they're going to be stripped of their rulership. Verse 6, it says, he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindered. Okay, and see, that's how this devil Esau gets down. That's how he rules. He rules by shedding blood. Okay, he rules by the sword. He rules by the sea. And this devil, he continues to go as hard as he can, and he doesn't let up. As I had mentioned, this devil earlier, he goes into other people's countries and lands, okay, blow them up, okay, rob the people of their lands, rob them of their resources, okay, and then he tries to tell them how to live. He sets up puppet governments and things like that into the, other people's lands and try, and basically just basically robbing the people of their resources and whatnot, and then trying to tell the people how to live. That's how this devil gets down. Verse 7, it says, the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Verse 8, it says, ye, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon saying, since thou art laid down, no fellow is come up against us. Okay, and see, the whole earth is going to be at rest once these devils are taken out of power. The plants, the trees, the wildlife are going to rejoice once this devil Esau is brought low. Okay? Because again, this devil, he's ruling in wickedness. And this devil, he's defiling everything. The entire earth is in a weakened and mourning state because of these devils. These devils know they're unfit to rule. And they got a great and terrible judgment coming to them very soon. Thus says the Lord. And so that's pretty much the point. I'm going to go ahead and end off here. I hope it was edifying. Once again, I want to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and double honors and respect to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Kwam Yasharala and Abal Babal. Shalom.
Yeah, at one time I was actually thinking about fishing in this pond. This is this pond that's over here in our neighborhood. At one time I was thinking about trying to fish in this pond. But me personally, after seeing what I'm seeing, I think it would be a good idea to stay away from it. Okay, because what you're seeing right here is you're seeing hundreds of dead fish in this water right here. Okay? And all those little things that look like little leaves, little yellow leaves, those are dead fish, okay, that are in this water, hundreds of them, okay? And so, this right here just goes to show you that this water is more than likely unfit to be trying to fish in because the fish are dying in this water. And so more than likely, I'm saying there's something in this water that's either causing that's causing them to die off. It could be the heat. However, I seriously doubt that. I seriously doubt it. I'm more than willing to believe that, that there's something in this water, some chemicals in this water that's, causing these fish to die. But there's hundreds of them, if not more. But I just want to share this with y'all. I'll talk to y'all in a little bit.